Embrace. This is how it begins. The very first time the disciple meets his master, whether he realizes it or not, something extraordinary happens. A unique bond between master and disciple is ignited. A special link is established, and it begins with an embrace, with an intensity that is beyond every limit of human understanding, with an implication that exceeds the very scope of our imagination, with a magnitude that transcends space and time. Our very essence is enfolded in the Master's embrace with an energy that goes by only one name: pure love. It begins with an embrace, the precursor of a destiny whose seed is our royal heritage, a destiny now approaching the final stretch of a profoundly long and agonizing term of suffering and sadness. Butchered, murdered, mutated, even eaten alive, we have been dying endlessly, yet never really dying. Tossed endlessly in the sea of existence, the paradox of duality, the body's mortality combined with the immortality of the soul, is a recipe for a prison sentence that lingers just short of forever. But the unthinkable does happen in nature, and now it has. The long night has transformed briefly into this light filled day known as human lifetime, and we now have the capacity to find our way to freedom, the eyes to see, the ears to hear, above all, the teacher to guide us, and it begins with his embrace. Freedom, we are almost there if we want it. Just one last time of conflict and endurance, and the story can close with a happy ending. The meeting with our Master was no mere coincidence, for it is said that when the disciple is ready, the Master appears. Amidst our quagmire, a ray of mercy has pierced through, shining its light of opportunity and providence on our meager and mundane existence. And now, here we stand in this human life at the threshold of what is potentially our final frontier. Life, a battleground of needs, desire, attraction, and grief, all cloaked in that consuming gloom of loneliness. Surrounded by strangers with familiar faces, we eventually realize that, despite our so called family and friends, the journey of life is a personal one and we are actually alone, unaccompanied and unaided until that special day. The first meeting with the Master, it's a unique experience that no disciple can ever forget. Yet, so little of the real significance is apparent at the time. The disciple may feel the emotion and even the attraction and affection, but can never imagine what really takes place in that infinitesimal instant of timelessness. It is the marked sheep finally being found by his shepherd, the prodigal son finally standing before his father, the beloved finally making his lover aware of his presence. And it is the end of solitude and loneliness forever. For this is the start of partnership that ends with overcoming duality itself, an alliance formed by our very Creator for only one purpose: to bring the soul home. Thus, the Master embraces his disciple with his unyielding love and absolute attention. Even if no words are spoken, he assures him he is never alone, ever. Time moves on and the inevitable happens. First comes initiation, the teaching, then comes practice, the learning. Throughout life, the Master is the disciple's strength in time of weakness, holding, supporting, and accompanying him. And notwithstanding the disciple's lack of gratitude or even awareness, the Master stands by him as friend, guide, and above all, as guardian. Even eventually comes that final moment of truth when the disciple takes his very last breath. Now the Master stands as a surety and indemnity for the disciple, guaranteeing his freedom from the prison of death and decay. And that at that precise instant, as the disciple's soul merges into his master's inner radiant form in perfect, absolute, eternal union, it finally ends, just exactly as it began in his embrace.